What's up, man? It's your boy There's a Great back again. Another episode of the Trap Left Scars. This time the Kentland version, Forest Terrace version. So we right here, man, on Forest Terrace. Behind me, 6836. My great aunt named June, Miss Barbara Smith. She actually passed away a year ago around this time. Moved around on this street in Kentland around '94. You know what I'm saying? I came from D.C. And I knew about Landover Mall. My grandparents lived in Glenarm, but I didn't know that much about Landover. But I used to come around here, you know what I'm saying, and Forest Terrace. And like I said, this is like 1994. I was like 11 years old. We just moved to Landover from D.C. 93, 94. I'm like 11 years old. So I want to say R.I.P. to my great aunt, Barbara Smith, a.k.a. everybody knows as June. And we're going to take you through a journey through my experience with Kentland, talk to a few of my comrades' experience in Kentland growing up on this street, because this is a very historical street, you know what I'm saying? So episode Kentland, Trap Left Scars. Peace. What's up, man? It's your boy back. Another episode, the Trap Left Scars. Y'all know how we do, man. We tell our stories in the trap, how it molded us, how it morphed us, how it affected psychologically, emotionally, mentally. Right here, I'm good. This damn near like my family. They adopted me, man. My man, good man, Anlo, the Rambo. You know what I'm saying? Anlo, man. What's good, bro?
What's good, man?
Good, yeah.
Big
Welcome
Rambo,
to
man.
Big Rambo. Okay, get it right. Yeah, this my little big brother, man. He, you know what I'm saying? He the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to other big brother Nando and everything, man. We around here on the terrace, Kentland, Forest Terrace. You know what I'm saying? So, how old was you when you first moved around here?
Shit, when I first moved around Kentland, I probably was like 9.
9 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your first core memory of being around here? And this the house right here, right?
Yeah, this joint right here.
6921. What's your first core memory about being around here, of things you saw?
Shit, first of all, we came around here during the day. Shit was looking jive cool, kids running around, you feel me? Shit,
During the daytime.
nighttime drop. The pipe heads came out and the hustlers came out. Nigga, I ain't know what the fuck was going on.
Right.
You hear me? So, my first night here, all I heard was a bunch of arguing and fussing. What the fuck is this? I look out the window, all I see is a pipe head. They whooping the pipe head out here.
Right.
Drove that motherfucking car straight in our yard, through the fence, whooping them, punished them, sent them to the hospital. Man, I'm looking out the window like, yo, what's going on? Nigga looked up at me and said, Slim, welcome to the T. Real life, real story though.
Sound like some movie type shit.
Real story though. I said, oh man, what the fuck we done moved to?
So, do you feel like growing up, would you say you was an innocent kid, or like do you feel like you was a bad kid, or was you enamored with the streets? Like, we young, we into wrestling, all that type of shit. We wasn't really, you know what I'm saying?
Man, look, anybody that knew me growing up, you know what I'm saying? Before we moved to Kentland, we was living up King Square.
Right.
You feel me? I was always known as a badass little kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to glorify though, but everybody that's watching this show that know me gonna be like, yeah, he ain't lying. Slim was the one he'd flip the desk.
Right.
He was the crazy one that'd flip the desk. But it was just different when I moved around this bitch. Like, I love King Square to death though. Like, we was some fighting motherfuckers growing up. But when I moved around this,
you think it turned up a notch?
Fuck yeah. That joint turned
What's
up.
the difference between, you think, living around 2-5 than living around here?
Well, back then, in the 90s, living up King Square, you had to learn how to fight, point blank. You had to know how to fight. If you didn't know how to fight, you was getting trumbled up there. But down here, you had to learn how to shoot. I was gonna keep it real. King Square started shooting later.
These were the shooters right here?
Yeah. At that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At that time, I came around this bitch like, it's niggas a year older than me already outside. And that's real life, true story.
Right.
That's already outside hustling and hanging with the hustlers. I'm like, nigga, I'm 9 years old, about to go to bed. This nigga 10 years old outside all night.
Right.
Yeah, real
Type shit.
I ain't gonna say no names, but they know who they are.
So we talk about the 90s. So you had Stratford Woods, 2-5, the Terrace, and then what was Overland Gardens before it was Overland Gardens?
Dodge View.
Dodge View Apartments. That shit was crazy. Dodge View was wild as shit. Didn't y'all used to live in Stratford Woods too?
Nah, we lived at Dodge View. I was born at Dodge View.
Okay. So you really a Landover nigga through and through?
Yeah. I was born at Dodge View.
Dodge View was crazy.
And then I moved to King Square when I was 3.
I
moved to Kentland when I was 9.
So it's like you just kind of like went up the ladder and shit.
Yeah.
So I was telling the story earlier about my first knowing about Kentland. Like, I really ain't know a lot about Maryland. My grandparents lived out Glenarm, and I knew Landover Mall. I knew Glenarm and then Landover Mall. But my great aunt, R.I.P. Miss Barbara Smith June, she moved around here in '94. She moved from D.C. around here, and then we moved to Belhaven in '93. So when I remember I first came around this joint, I was just like, it was like sixth grade. And I was just like, this shit was just live. I ain't come outside though. Like we just come over here, that's my mother's aunt, but that's my great aunt. So I just come over here and I just see. That's why I knew Francis. You know what I'm saying? Because Francis grew up in Landover. He grew up with my mother actually, and I used to be on the porch just like looking out the window, and I was like, yeah, it's different around this joint. I told you like that. This shit remind me of Compton. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because you used to be in LA a lot.
Hey,
You used to be in LA a lot. This shit
bruh.
kind of remind you how LA or Compton or South Central
Bruh, I
is.
remember, bruh, when Cisco died, bruh. Cisco died right here.
Uh-huh.
Literally right here in this driveway. Right, the next morning when I came out from school, bruh, yeah, I heard the shot. When I was young, I looked out the window. He was laying here dead. I didn't know who the fuck it was.
Right.
Till the next morning, police come knock on the door, asking questions, and said it was Cisco. You know what I'm saying? But, nigga, they still had his brains out here with a guard dog guarding the shit when me and my man P was going to school.
Right.
You know,
What school was you going
dog
to?
shit out of me. Shit, I thought I was going to Glasnow Spelman at that time, out Cheverly.
Okay.
Scared the shit out of Slim. That shit was really like bowdy, bro. Nigga, every car that drove down the street, nigga, me and my man ducking behind the car. You know what I'm saying? But we kids though, we like 10 or 11, you feel me? Like scared of shit, cause I'm like, nigga, we seeing dead bodies out this bitch. I'm like, that this early? Shit.
And it's crazy because I remember that was 1997. And I remember that, I think it was like maybe December of 97 or something.
I think it was November.
November. Because I remember going to Parkdale. That was my first year actually in Parkdale. And I remember everybody was talking about it. I ain't know who, it's crazy, I used to hear Cisco name on NEG tapes. I used to hear his name on Groover's tapes and niggas would be like, Cisco, Kentland Zoo. So when I said hit, and I'm like, oh damn, that's the nigga from Kentland.
Cause
So
Shawty was young getting money.
yeah.
He
So
was getting a lot of money. He was one of the, forefronts, man.
right. And then I know after that, Jesse got killed like around the same
2
time.
weeks later.
Yeah, same time. So from your perspective, like during that time period, 97, like how was the vibe around this joint after those two incidents?
It was gloomy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know them gloomy,
Yeah.
anybody that's really from outside, them times when you can just feel that shit in the air.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you come outside, you just feel that shit like, man, this joint ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just scary for real. Then with Jesse getting killed 2 weeks later, right up the street,
Right.
bruh, that's when the whole T shut down for some years.
For real.
Yeah, fuck yeah. After that, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't opened back up till like 02. That's when niggas started really being back outside again, like 02. No, I ain't gonna say that. It was like 04.
For real.
03, 04, bro. Yeah, 02. Yeah, niggas wasn't hanging on the T and chilling, for real.
And it's crazy. I remember that shit again, going to school, you know what I'm saying? And I remember Jason in school, he was looking sad, you know what I'm saying, and shit in school. And I would see, Jason Crazy, they a little older than me. But, I was real cool with Cherry and Donnie, R.I.P. And like I said, again, I'm not from around here, but I could feel the sadness and the heaviness of that shit happening back to back. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like that kind of like changed people in a way, changed niggas in a way as far as like how they was going after that?
I mean, it changed us mentally, but it just really, I don't think it changed us. I just think it fucked us up.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really think it changed us. It just made us go harder for real on like the way we move, but nah, that shit really just mentally fucked us up. And half the niggas don't even know they fucked up.
Nah, that's a fact. Yeah, so we talking about back in the day, you know what I'm saying, when Jesse and Cisco got killed. Wink, what's your thoughts about this, like, during this time? How old were you during this time? Because you the OG. But
I was like about 15, 16. Yeah, I was like 15, 16 years old.
so from your eyes and your perspective, how you think, what was your thoughts and what was it like going emotionally and mentally for you during that time?
Oh man, it was terrible. Cause Jesse, it hurt me more because that was like at the time he was like a big brother, but he was also like a mentor. He was everything. Like he the one that showed me to have a job and you could do the things, be an entrepreneur basically. You know what I mean? But always have a job, work or whatever the case may be. Now Cisco, we grew up riding bikes all through the neighborhood, all everywhere. Right. So we willied everywhere. We rode bikes. We did tricks, everything. So with him, he was a little bit faster as far as lifestyle. He was a little bit ahead of his time. So when that happened, by that time I was a little older now. So I'm more like I'm more like got my own little lane with the guys that we grew up with. He was a little older. He's in his own lane, whole category, everything by itself. But you know, it was always love, mutual. It was always I knew it was happening, just don't know when. And then he always said, "This is street. Ain't nobody gonna run him off his street. He gonna die on this street and all that." You know, I didn't know back then. Speaking with your tongue, it can really, you know, bring stuff to existence. So when it happened, I'm just like, well, you know, damn, it hurt and everything. But then when that happened to my brother, actually, the night it happened, me and my brother, like I said, we was living right. I was staying right here, and when it happened, we actually were living up Glen Arts, and we left that night. And I was mad at myself because I supposed to have stayed out here. But if I didn't leave, Jesse told me he wasn't taking me home that night, so I went on and left. And then come to wake up that next morning, to hear Brains calling me, my little brother. He called me and he was like, "Man, something just happened to bro." I said, "Nah, I was just out there." But sure enough. So yeah, after that, it took me a minute. I ain't get over it took me a minute. Like I lost myself for a minute. And the only way I was able to come back, I was drinking heavy. I was young. I was still young. I was, like 17. Matter of fact, I was 17. I just turned 17. And I turned 17 in August. He got killed in December. So I was still young. And like I said, when that happened, I was like, damn, man, that's crazy. I lost myself for a minute. And I don't remember exactly, but when I did come back, I came back, but my mental was just gone. I was drinking heavy, and I was just doing crazy shit. You know what I mean? But it was more me coping and more me living with the fact that I couldn't believe that somebody that I love and it really happened. Now, I done lost loved ones, and it didn't. That feeling was different from someone that I was around every day, hung around, and
You probably had a more emotional attachment to, like as far as like friendship, brotherhood, and camaraderie and shit.
right. And also, it's like when you lose a loved one that's older, you like, okay, they live their life. But when you around someone that's young and you young yourself, and something happened to them and they leave, it's like that's a different feeling.
It hit more close to home.
Right. So it had me to understand that, like, don't take life for granted. You know, you're supposed to live it to the fullest, but also you got to make good decisions. Even though you might be living a lifestyle or you want to live that lifestyle, it's a right way and a wrong way. And if you, I don't know, I'm a chess player. So if you calculate your moves and you do the things that you're supposed to do, you can always keep moving up and down the board. But one time you lose yourself, that can cost you.
Cost you the game. So let me ask y'all both this question. Two things. What's the biggest lesson you feel like, positive lesson you learned from the streets? And then what's the biggest like regret you got from the streets?
So the positive lesson? Positive lesson, man. Told me how to be a protector, for one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that be around me feel protected. You know what I'm saying? Female, kids, all that. Like, they told me how to, man, in fucked up situations, that shit like normal for us. So it's like, nigga, this shit ain't nothing. I know how to,
You know how to handle
you know what I'm
yourself.
saying? Yeah, that's one. Two, you know what I'm saying? It just taught a nigga how to, you know, like, even though like a lot of us, you know, didn't finish school on time, but it's like the lessons that we then got out this jump, it's like when we got older, our heads first to go do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from the T is like entrepreneurs or got
gonna go
their
after
own
it.
shit. We gonna go get the bag. Everybody know it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
So what's the biggest regret from your perspective?
Yeah, from losing who we lost and us fucking our motherfucking backgrounds up, catching these charges and fucking up us getting these clearances and getting to this real bag.
Yeah.
That's what's the biggest regret. Like, we listened to the bullshit when just cause we was in the streets, don't mean we had to be bad as a motherfucker. We could have still went to school that we supposed to do and still would have been in the streets.
Could have been smarter about it.
Yeah, you know, we ain't have, you know, very good motherfuckers telling us certain things we supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying? Even the parents though, like our parents and shit back then didn't teach us about credit and about certain shit that we teaching our kids these days. So a lot of shit we ain't give a fuck about. I give a fuck about high school diploma for, but ain't nobody telling me how important it is to have that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
What about you? What's your big? What do you feel like the positive that the streets taught you, and then what's your biggest regret?
Well, mine is it showed me how to survive. You know, if you knew how to survive or you know how to make it through or move through these streets, because everybody couldn't come on this street.
That's
you
a
know,
fact. I was scared. I should be scared.
yeah. Back
I used to be scared before I got cool with Cherry and Don and the I used to be like, I ain't coming outside. Shit,
everybody
wow.
from Kentland couldn't come on the T back then.
Everybody couldn't come on this
Even
street.
niggas that own niggas in Kentland
Right,
come around.
right. But what I can say on this street, we was a family. No matter what part of this church you lived on, every day you had the people that lived here, they had to come out here. We was all out up and down this joint. Like we started out playing football in the middle of the street. We started out riding bikes and everything, wheeling
Shit,
and all
they
that
used to
stuff.
block the street off
Yeah.
just so the kids could be able to go up and down the street
Yeah.
do what they want.
Yeah, so
And if you wasn't from this joint, you wasn't coming on this
you
joint.
wasn't
That's the
coming
true
on here.
story.
So I learned how to survive after I got older and knew that just because I was able to be down here, you still gotta have some type of sense of survival also, because this joint would chew you up. So, you know, that's what I learned from it, and that's what I got from it. And it helped me out throughout the years that I've been out here. Like I'm still out here, but I'm just not out here the way I was. Right.
So what about
He on his entrepreneurship.
what about the regret? Like, what's the biggest regret you got?
My biggest regret is not having the knowledge that I have now to really been able to do something with the time and the money and the stuff that we was able to do at a young age. We touch and play with stuff now. I'm a grown man and I can't even touch and play with the shit I touched and played with when I was a kid. Just being out here, and I was a gambler. I love to shoot dice. So, I mean, I was like,
Feel like you would have did something different with that bread.
yes. Right now, I like to cook and all that. I could have been invested. You know what I mean? So it's like he said, we didn't have the knowledge. Our parents didn't teach us about credit. Our parents didn't teach us about stocks and it's stuff that we needed to know to do with some money, right, for the long game. Right. So now, like you say, we all like entrepreneurs. It taught us how to be entrepreneurs, but I regret the fact that we didn't use that time and do something with what we had at that time, so we could have been laid back and still. But we still do everything that we supposed to do. We still give back to our community. You know, shout out to my man 21st. Anytime he want to do something, book bag giveaway or whatever, we'll find a way and we'll do it. Right. And like I said, I like to be a part of all that kind of stuff now. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, like I don't even want to see the stuff that I might see or go on in the hood, but I'm not the one that can tell a person not to do X, Y, and Z. Only thing I can do is try to tell them to make the right decisions and don't mess up what you call home.
I feel like this, just like what Anlo said. I feel like the thing what the streets taught me from a positive, it taught me how to read people. And it taught me how to like follow your gut. You know how like y'all be in situations and you could like, let's say you in a club or go, you could feel in your gut something about to go down. And you be like, all right, I'm about to step or something. So it gave me that sixth sense where I could feel like I can know when a nigga trying to manipulate me. I know when a nigga bullshit me. I know when a nigga about to backdoor me. Even when dealing with these women out here, you be like, man, But the thing, I think the biggest thing I regret too is just time wasted. Meaning like living for the moment and not living for the long game. And meaning like the nerd niggas is the cool niggas now.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
always took up for them.
Yeah. I never looked down on, but it's almost like we kind of like was doing shit kind of backwards. Like it looked cool, it looked fun, but at the same time, it was still kind of like you kind of try like making your life harder than what it actually have to be type shit. So I regret that because, like I said, I can't because I got a record. I can't get certain jobs and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And the first time I got locked up was a nigga used my name, got a charge in my name and shit, and then I ended up having something on me. So that, you know what I'm saying, I do regret that because jail ain't, I don't know what fuck, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That shit is, let me ask you this, why you think people glorify jail so much, bro?
I think mainly it's because they survive. Everybody don't get to go to jail and be able to have a comfortable bit. So most, I don't really know, because I never glorified it. It's like you don't really hear me talk about me going to jail or how long I've been in there or what I was doing in there. I don't really, because what I can say is I did use my time wisely, and I don't look at it as something bad because I got something good out of it. You know, I was doing stuff that I wouldn't have had time to do on the streets. I started reading a lot. Even though they were hood novels, But guess what? That hood novel, by me reading my comprehension and all that, man, I passed my I got my GED in the FCI, man. And when I came home, I was proud and everything. And shit, when I came home, I was proud to have a resume, my little diploma, and I go to job interview, and guess what? They ain't even asked me for the shit. I said I could have just went on and just said F it. But no, I wanted to feel I wanted to feel good to say that I have it, and I did get it, because I wasn't no dummy. It was just I was just doing dumb stuff. Right. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't glorify it. I don't really talk about jail. I've been in there. If you was locked up with me, we might have times and moments that we might talk about certain things in there, like what we was doing. We ain't never talk about nothing crazy, because that we didn't have to go through that. So most people that glorify it, I won't say they really glorify it. I really say that what they doing is they saying that I've been there. Right. I survived it. I made it out of there. Most guys, they not going to talk about and tell you all that, because they might have had a rough bid. Right. They, you know what I mean? So everybody different. Everybody different. Right.
What about you, Anlo? How do you feel about it? I'll never hear you go and find jail at all, ever. What's your thoughts on it?
About what?
Just jail, like niggas who glorify, like make it seem like that shit. Cause nigga, I ain't gonna, you know what's the roughest part of jail, bro? Processing. That shit is gruesome. That shit, I'm like, man, I don't take y'all all day to do this motherfucker. I feel like they do that shit purposely to fuck with you psychologically. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas just sitting on your ass. Like,
it's similar to what he said. Like, if you went to jail when you got a rockin' nigga saying how hard you win and how you ain't go for nothing, that shit like a trophy in there, bro. Yeah. Cause it's men in that motherfucker, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no guns in that bitch.
It's basically
man-to-man combat.
The rise to the top, the official rise to the top type shit.
That's man-to-man combat. You gotta know how to work that knife or fight in that bitch, bro. Straight up, and you got to know how to act as a man in that bitch, because if not, you gonna get punished in there. So from the way you carry yourself, the way you brush your teeth, by the way you piss, all that shit on man time, or your ass you gonna get into a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of like a trophy, like it's a badge of honor type shit. It's like a gladiator. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, so let me one more thing before we gonna move. You said cut it. In a minute. All right. So, my thing, have y'all ever seen this? Have y'all seen people who were like on the streets? They went hard on the street, but when they went to jail, they turned to suckers. And you seen niggas who was probably suckers on the street, but went to jail and then turned up. Yeah. You seen that before? Most pipe heads turn up in jail.
I'm about to say that. Yeah. Most people, most crackheads, pipe heads or whatever on the street, bro, you catch them on the street, they might be, you know, a yes man ass person, but if they go inside, they get their weight back up. They the ones be running the cheers for real. And I'm talking about whooping shit and everything. They're not playing with the little youngins coming in there, because the little young you better know how to fight. A lot of these little youngins don't know how to fight, but you gotta have respect. See, one thing about jail also, it ain't about how hard you is or whatever. It ain't about you being a bitch or nothing. It's about respect. And if you're a man and you carrying yourself and you minding your business, as long as you don't go in there, you ain't no fucked up person. If you ain't snitching, you ain't in nobody paperwork, you gonna be able to go to jail, and you could be like a bitch on the street, but you might be a well-respected motherfucker in the street, in the jail, because you was a stand-up motherfucker and you in there doing your time. So
good courage to always override shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I just seen it. I seen it plenty of times, man. Like I just seen a couple of guys that, you know, I know from the streets. We might have been up in Marlboro or something, and before we left, go where we gotta go at, man. They were some good men. But then you had ones that come in there, they all loud, thinking that because where they from or whatever. And that shit ain't play.
All the theatrics and shit.
Yeah, that shit ain't play good for them at all. Like that shit, when you in jail, it don't matter where you from.
No, it don't.
Cause when like when you go into the federal system, man, you got niggas from everywhere, and you got people, believe it or not, in the federal system. I met guys from different places, but we had similar characteristics. Like I was saying to myself, like, there's no way that, cause you from Ohio, and I'm from out Maryland, out Landover, that we got the same type of movement, we think alike and everything. So I learned that where no matter where you from or whatever, it's always somebody that might be like a similarity of yourself. Right. So you can see yourself into somebody, and those type of people that you normally gravitate and connect with. Like when I was in the feds, I wasn't on homie time. I was on man time. where I was meeting guys from Ohio, Pittsburgh, New York, everywhere, and they was some cool motherfuckers. Then I wasn't into where I'm turning my back on my car. I was just more so, whatever you into, you gonna get into it unless it's something that we walk in the yard together and shit came to both of us at the same time. Now, if you into something with your car and man, you cool, don't bring me involved, because if I get into something with my car, I'm not gonna bring you involved. So that's the difference when you say you dealing with people that, on man time and then homie time. Yeah. Homie time, a motherfucker, just because we supposed to be homie, whatever you got yourself into, I supposed to roll with you. But a man gonna respect that no matter what. If I wanna see you go home, you wanna see me go home. So if I get into something, I'm not gonna bring you with me, bro. Mm-hmm. Now, if you got my back and you say you wanna do X, Y, and Z, I'm not gonna force you. All they're gonna do is show that we got a bond, and no matter what, we gonna rock together.
You know basically respect their boundaries and where they at type shit.
Exactly.
We talked about Cisco. Now we were here with Jesse got killed by Jesse got killed over there. What's your thoughts about that? Like, you remember that vividly?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks later.
Right. It was 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And like you said, that kind of shut the terrorists down for some years. So around this time,
and the crazy part is, shit. At the memorial, it was a shootout at the memorial.
For real?
Hell yeah. I looked up, once again, I was the window king. I was too young. I was a little boy at a certain age, man. My mother ain't let me go outside.
Right.
This shit was nighttime. All you heard was, blah, 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 blah. Just like, what's his name? The nigga from Dipset. So look, I look outside, it's like 100 motherfuckers running down the street. But the whole time, somebody, one of us, I ain't gonna say no names, but one of us went in the yard to piss and niggas ain't know. So when he was coming back out the yard, niggas like, who that? And got to shooting at him. He shooting back. We shooting at each other.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's some movie type shit. So,
yeah, that shit was crazy, bro.
So I think this bring back to 98. Oh, go ahead. What you saying?
Nah, but like that Jesse shit though, that shit hurt the hood though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit
yeah,
right
I remember
there
that. Like I said, I remember going to Parkdale hearing about that shit. So
yeah.
I say it bring back to 98 for me. That's when I kind of really started getting acclimated with Kentland, especially, man, the go-go shit. You know what I'm saying? Going to see Groovers, J-Mob, Junk. You know what I'm saying? Always hit Kentland. Then when I went to start going to Parkdale, I got cool with Donnie, man. Donnie Psycho, Fife. My great aunt lived right there. So let me tell you, like, who was your like first friend around here? Like you was cool with. You know what I'm saying? I say Donnie and Cherry was like, and Shannon was my homies. Who was your homie?
Donnie, brother Purnell.
Well, shout out to Purnell, man.
Yeah, the rapping guy.
Yeah, I took him to his first studio. I took him to Mike joint. Mike Reed. This one, Mike had the shit in his house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, tell me about what was your growing up, your perception or perspective of Donnie? Yeah.
Man, look, Donnie was like a brother, man. He got his little brother's my best friend.
Right.
I'm over there every day.
Right.
Donnie was wild as shit.
Donnie was a wild nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
He was a different nigga though.
Yeah. But he loved the niggas who he fucked with.
He was a protector too?
Yeah, protector. Like, you couldn't get into it with a motherfucker around Donnie if Donnie was cool with you.
Right.
Shit, I done seen Donnie rip his cornroll out his head and snap off on a motherfucker, pick a nigga up, slam on his head, boom, end the fight. Like, what the fuck? Real shit.
Donnie was like a strong, turned up ODB.
Turned up, bro.
Nigga was just wild. He was just wild.
Turned up.
He was wild, but I seen him in school, and then like they had a crew, strong as shit. He had a crew called Prime Rock. You know what I'm saying? Him, Cherry, and Shannon, and like that's how I kind of got when I got acclimated with them. That's why I got comfortable like coming around, and I used to go to Cherry house too. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to his house and everything, and it was like that's when it was like, man. And then
I shout out Mo.
Yeah, yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And then also, Shelton. Shout out to Shelton. Joe Black. And then also they used to come around Belhaven. I remember shit crazy used to come around Belhaven and shit. All y'all niggas used to come around Belhaven back in the day though. Y'all kind of move around how y'all wanted to move around. So you know what I'm saying?
You don't consider Belhaven Kentland though?
Nah.
Bro, I never considered Belhaven like they own hood.
You feel like that was like a part of y'all?
I swear to God, to me, growing up.
I feel like it was part of Dutch Village.
Look, growing up, it was just right there.
Yeah.
It's like, I knew everybody from Belhaven like I knew everybody from Kentland, but I knew them from hanging in Kentland. They was hanging in Kentland. They was up Columbia Park School. They was.
But you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Palmer Wood. A lot of people
right
from Columbia Park used to hang around Palmer Woods and vice versa. They used to hang around Palmer Woods, but for real, Bellhaven, like a lot of people from Dutch Village and Palmer Woods used to hang around Bellhaven and vice versa. But y'all, Kentland people used to come around there, but I feel like Palmer Woods used to be. I feel like Columbia Park was like a little. Palmer Woods is like a little Columbia Park.
Everybody that used to live around Bellhaven, where do they be at now?
Kentland, that's true. Rome, Todd, JT.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
I think Clarence and CJ used to be around here. Nah, that's true. That's true.
Bro.
Yeah. So that's baby Kentland. Y'all niggas took that.
Right across the street, like
y'all niggas took over. Nah, for real. Who else? Stephanie, Luke.
Yeah,
nah, that's a good point. That's a fair point. So we, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Donnie and Cherry was my folks. So just around 98, 99, 2000. What do you feel like? Cause you was born what?
86.
86. All right. So around 01, was you playing the streets yet?
Yeah.
You started playing the streets around that time? 01 was when when Donnie passed away. What's your thoughts about that? Like, how was your mindset during that time?
Shit, the way Donnie died, you know what I'm saying, that fucked me up. And like I said, that was like family. I was at his house every day. So that shit hit harder than a lot of other people.
Yeah, because I was real close to home.
Yeah, a lot of niggas in the past before bruh, and that shit ain't hit like how bruh shit hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even bruh funeral was like a New Orleans type jump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a million people
in the church up there, right?
It was in Kent Baptist.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I missed that day fucking with my man.
That nigga had Parkdale sad as shit.
Yeah.
The whole Parkdale was up there sad as shit. Everybody was sad. Even
I missed
the ops.
it.
That was the crazy, even the ops.
Cause he was
sad as shit.
He was a respectful dude, man. It's like you had to respect him type shit. He was on some respect like type shit. You know what I'm saying? Even what everybody back then, Landover wasn't as unified as it is now. Like y'all niggas to be for Palmer Park, niggas to be for Brightsea Road, all that shit. But like I said, men respect men, and you know what I'm saying. And that's what like he was just like you said, he was a soldier, he was a gladiator, bro. I remember when he passed, man. I was like around October 01. I was supposed to go to his funeral. I got drunk drinking fucking Long Island iced tea with my man. I remember it was a Saturday. We wasn't driving, so this nigga we was trying to get on the bus. But the bus was like on a Saturday schedule, so it was running late, and I remember I missed it. And to this day, that shit, I regret that shit. I feel bad about that, man. So you saying you playing the streets around this time? Go ahead.
I remember the whole park there used to be geek for Donnie and Terrence to fight.
Murder.
But they respected each other.
They never fought though.
No,
they never fought
each other too much.
They never fought.
But everybody wanted this.
They wanted to see that was a showdown. That was a showdown, is it?
Yeah, because Terrence was knocking niggas out. Donnie beating for niggas to fuck up.
Yeah.
They was like, them niggas got rumble, but them niggas was
cool. They was cool.
Each other too much.
Yeah, that's funny as shit. Nah, I remember, who the fuck? Cherry had hands too, though.
Yeah.
Cherry had hands, bro. I got a system, so I'm gonna tell you how I got.
I seen Cherry whoop a nigga on the terrace.
For real?
Yeah,
Cherry whooped the Riverdale nigga.
Nigga was trying to play with him.
Yeah.
Thinking
he's sweet. Type shit.
That nigga went off. He was fast as shit. Punish him. Nigga said, hold up. Ain't no hold up. But you thought she was gonna let you just come on, man.
I see Cherry whoop a nigga from Riverdale. So this how I got suspended from school. So the nigga Cherry fought some niggas from Riverdale. He whooped the nigga. Then niggas was like the next day. They was like he got expelled. I think Donnie got kicked out too, whatever, or suspended. So I was scared because I'm like, man, these niggas they know I be with these niggas. So I had bought a weapon to school, and I think I don't know who I showed, but I remember I was in class, bruh. This is like 99. I'm in class, and they was like, administrator asked me. They was like, come to the office. So I came to the office, the administrator went to my locker and they found a joint and they put me out, and that's how I got expelled. But I was like on some like, nigga, my homies ain't here, so I gotta fend for myself type shit. But I feel like it's a blessing in disguise, because I would have did some dumb shit, but life would have been ruined. So that shit was probably, whoever snitched on me probably helped me out for real. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, I got expelled for cutting up crack and glass.
At Parkdale, Slim?
Nah, Parkdale put me out. They something too bad. They put me in Blade. Nigga, I had just bought a little half. You can't wait to see how much you gonna chop off that bitch. I'm like, man, hold that.
Hold on, what year is this, Mo?
This is like 01.
01.
01, 02.
Okay.
Like that little year.
Right.
Man, I'm in the jump cutting up. I chopped the whole jump down. Boom. I throw the razor in the trash, but it's in the morning, you know, the metal trash cans. That jump said, ding, 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 ding. The motherfucker principal said, what the fuck was that? He looked.
That's crazy.
Crack razor, crack residue on it. Man, come here real quick. I'm like, fuck, this shit right in my pocket. Search, he ain't find it. But the razor,
So he found they expelled you for the razor. That's wild. So 01, you was I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I feel like y'all was a little more advanced than us around it. Well, I can't. Lil Dion, my man Lil Dion, my little Roger, they was playing the streets young. But I'm talking about just young shit, YN shit. Cause I'm gonna be real with me. I ain't really started playing the streets too. I sold a little weed in high school, but I'm talking about like really like as far as that crack shit. That was like 04.
Shit, I got put out at 16. Hell yeah.
My mother put me out
mother
too.
found a joint in the house. Said, you gotta go. I moved over to a crack house, to a little crackhead. I ain't gonna say her name, but a crackhead motherfucking what's the name house, and I lived in that joint.
How the fuck was
for
that?
years.
How was that? You was banging out the joint?
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's crazy.
I ain't had nowhere else to go, so it was, you know, that's how I grew up from like 16.
Right. Yeah, my mother put me out at 16, but she ended up letting me back in. But I guess
my mother wasn't going.
She wasn't. That was it.
No,
It was run and done.
Going.
She put me out like 100 times.
She started locking my brother out because he was letting me in at night.
For real.
Yeah, she said, nah, nigga. Took his key, locked his ass out. You'll get in when I'm in here. Yeah, my mama wasn't going. Anybody from the hood know my mother know she wasn't going. Everybody said, man, your mother was not ever playing that shit. So.
Like I said, youngest getting into it around here. Y'all was getting. Yeah, I think y'all was probably a little bit more advanced than us around there. Even though Bellhaven was wild back then, but it was more like we just young niggas just wilding out. But y'all really was. I guess this jump was like really booming type shit.
Yeah, but it's like everybody wouldn't like that though. That was just some terrorist shit.
Right.
Town, how niggas grew up up the houses on the terrace. Yeah, certain blocks. But
the terrace ain't stopped pumping until 8 years later.
Them apartments and upper jumps, nah, them niggas ain't started coming out until they was like 18.
Right.
I like being outside. They ain't come out early. It was only niggas who grew up in these certain little areas for real.
What year you think you say the townhouses was booming?
Always.
For me, I think like 04, 05, 06. That's when I kind of was like seeing it.
Man, that joint was jamming since the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Hell no. Even when the terrace went down, the towns was jamming, bro.
For real?
Fuck yeah. Townhouse always jammed since I've ever known it. I ain't gonna hold you. And I ain't stepped off the porch till the year 2001. My first year off the porch. That joint was already doing numbers.
What about, this another thing too, around 25, a lot of Glenard niggas was hanging around 25 back then. I don't know if you remember Mike Henry. Did you remember Mike Henry from Glenard?
Yeah.
R.I.P. He used to be up there, and Pierre, you know what I'm saying, Petey Crack. Did you ever used to go around 25 like later on back in the day?
Nah.
You was like, this was home base.
Yeah,
this is home base.
Yeah, I moved around King Square like in 04.
Like years
back
later.
When shit was when Lolo and everybody was up there when it first started getting active. Back active.
Yeah.
It was like 04. And you know, I moved up there, but I wasn't hanging up there.
Right.
You know.
But
I fuck with them niggas though all day.
Right.
I was going there fucking with Redback, all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't hanging up there.
Right.
Nah.
So let's so you say you start playing the streets at 01. When do you feel like you really start like, cause you could play the streets, but you kind of just fucking around. Like when you really feel like when you really start like I'm really in this shit.
02.
For real?
Yeah.
So
KBP days.
For real? What was the difference in your perspective? Like what made it different from when you first started?
Cause in 01 I started coming outside and like, you know, doing what I want outside, but I ain't started getting into the streets till like 2002. You know what I'm saying? That's when niggas when I first, you know, started jamming or whatever. You feel me? Them staying up all nights, being outside all night.
Same clothes type shit.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. 02, summertime, KBP. Yeah, that shit was lit. So
what do you feel like the year like, when you feel like you really was getting bread though, like as far as touching like some serious paper? Cause I ain't gonna say no. I remember was the time you was getting some bread. You know what I'm saying? Was that the time I'm talking about? Was that your peak, or you had times that was better than that?
Nah, that was my peak probably.
That was your prime.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell him when though.
Nah, I ain't saying nothing, but I know I was. So you was like Ric Flair in '93. I ain't gonna lie, you was moving, bro. You was moving, bro. You was moving and grooving. What's your memories about them times, bro?
Man, stunting with the money, making niggas mad.
You feel like a lot of
Fucking
niggas
all
was
the
hating on you?
bitches.
You think a lot of niggas was upset?
Yeah, of course, but I ain't, I still was flexing.
Yeah.
I ain't give a fuck. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? My family was good. You know what I'm saying? They ain't in the apartments no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck them apartments, you know what I'm saying? House, cool, yeah. Like, everybody was, I'm out of town every week for real.
High volume mail.
Hey, look, man.
I seen it. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, I remember you was, and it's so funny
And
because
just being able to do what the fuck you want to do.
Right.
When you want to do it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I used to do a lot of little tricking off though. I'd meet a girl and be like, look, I'd meet her today and be like, man, what's he doing tomorrow? Shit, all right, I'm about to book a flight, we about to go to LA. Yeah, right, man, we out the door, let's go. The next morning we
fucking their head up.
Fucking their head up.
Did you
Take
feel
them
like-
to
did
the
you feel
best
like-
restaurants in the world, nigga?
Did you
That shit used to be fun as shit.
did you
I
ever
ain't
feel
gonna-
like I'm the man? You ever looked
Man,
at was like,
listen,
I'm the
man.
motherfucking man.
Man, I used to call you and be like, bruh,
Yeah.
I'm a Greek god. Hey,
I'm a Greek god.
Greek god.
Hey, Slim.
Standing over top of him like, I'm a Greek
I
god.
remember that shit though. I remember. Yeah, you putting up numbers during that time and that season time period. Let's tell us about the rap shit. Like when did you get into the rap shit? Because I feel like you was doing the
I
rap shit
started
first.
like 08 with the Terrace Boys.
Okay.
You know, TB for life, nigga. You already know.
Uh-huh.
Terrace Boys, man. Me, Donnie, little brother, and them. Drew, Corny, Pernell. You know, CB for life. Yeah. Then when Tay came back from fucking with Brick Squad in probably like 2010,
Right.
I started fucking with bruh, and then that's when we met Metro like 2011, and shit turned up from there.
And that's when I knew of you, but I ain't know you. But that's when I really kind of like really got acclimated with you around like 2010, 11 through Loudwater and shit, and doing the open mics and all that shit. And I forgot what's the joint with Sherlock, you, Redback. It was a joint called like Red Lounge or some shit like that. Some shit. It was uptown. And then it was like, I remember we was on stage. It was probably like 100 niggas on stage, bro. I remember that shit. I think a nigga pressed the nigga K Carter out or some shit. The promoter nigga, the nigga used to do the little rap joint, light skinned nigga. He looked like Roll
It was
Rob
up
a
there
little.
on Upshur Street.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
I forgot the name of that.
It was
club,
Island Cafe or
Island
some.
Cafe.
I just
Island
remember it
Cafe.
was like 100 niggas.
Yeah,
It was like
that
we
when
was
we
on.
was fucking with Sleep, man.
Yeah. And I remember
out
we
Young
was on
Sleep,
stage
too.
with y'all, and I remember like that shit was just like.
Niggas
All I
Sleep
remember
used to throw them
Sherlock was
motherfucking joints.
Sherlock was pressing the nigga K Carter out. I don't know what the fuck it was about, but he's pressing the nigga out. And I remember then we, like you said, we used to see y'all at Loudwater. Tay used to be up that motherfucker all the time. Tell us about that time. Like that was some fun ass times, bro.
Yeah.
That was some fun times. Like
Yeah,
to
for
think
sure.
we was in the presence of probably one of the greatest producers of all time in the world. Not even just hip hop, but like one of the best producers of all time was in our presence.
For
Like
sure.
how that make you feel like looking back at that?
I mean, shit, that shit. Looking back, it's just crazy because it was genuine though.
Right.
You know. It was
We didn't know who
always-
he was gonna be.
Yeah, it was all, but we always believed in him though.
Right.
We knew Shawty was gonna be something.
Dude, he
That's
was
the reason
special.
why, bruh, we drove, bruh. Well, not me specifically, but my two men, they drove all the way out of St. Louis and picked bro up and brought him to Landover for a whole summer. And
That's
this
crazy.
was before he was famous. Like the
Metro
year,
Boomin.
like 2 years before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He out there with he the one that did my Kentland Trapper beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was doing shows out this joint and he was doing shit for Tay's mixtape.
Right.
So, you know, after that, they heard Tay shit. Motherfucker started fucking with him and he turned up from there.
And you know, Walker was fucking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Walker was. I
Yeah.
remember it's an old interview. I'm gonna try
OJ
to
the
find
Juice,
it.
man.
Yeah, OJ. I'm gonna find on PGC. I think Walker was on PGC, and they was like, "Man, you always shutting out Walker. You always shutting out Landover." And he was like, "Man, it get active out that joint." You know what I'm saying? Walker always stamped his. I remember at the time niggas thought he was from Landover.
yeah,
you
I
know what I'm
know,
saying?
right?
I remember niggas thought that, man. And man, that was some beautiful times. Like as far as this music shit go, what made you stop doing the music shit though? Just the politics and the business aspect of it?
Nah, man, cause for real, like music never really was like, I never had a love for like music. I started, man, I'm a hustler, bro. So anytime I see something popping off and shit, niggas can make some money off of it, I'm gonna make myself learn how to do that shit. I had to
Right.
teach myself how to rap.
Right.
But it wasn't coming from a place of like
Like art,
you
like
know what I'm
artistic
saying? Yeah,
type
it was
shit.
like, nigga, it was like a hustle.
Right.
So I just was cool at it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I never really, be honest, I never really liked my music like that. For
You feel like
real.
you was your harshest critic type shit?
Yeah, I ain't never really liked my music like that. It was cool, but I ain't really think it was something that can like blow. I used to just do that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But you got a
it
good
did
ear
get
for
to a
talent, though.
point-
You got
yeah,
a good
for
ear for
sure.
talent.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? That was my specialty. Like I know how to make songs and I know how to hear it. Like if a motherfucker making a song, I know where it's like he should, switch some shit up at or do certain things to the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What was from that time period? What was your favorite moment as far as like I guess like rappers you've been around or favorite studio moment? I could be. Y'all ever was in the studio with Project Pat and all them and all that
for
type
sure,
shit?
For sure. But my favorite time was Gucci joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that?
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That was when Gucci did a feature with this nigga named Young A and shit.
I know Young A, the Asian nigga.
Yeah.
Young A had a bag too.
Yeah.
He was getting to it.
Yeah, Shawty did a feature with him and shit, and Gucci and them came straight to the studio.
Yeah.
Like, not on no Hollywood shit, not like send me the verse.
Yeah.
None of that. He came
Nigga
to that bitch.
he came to Loud Water.
Smoke with niggas, smoke
Yeah.
with niggas. Win the studio.
And this
did what
fat
he
Gucci.
supposed to do. Yeah. This is the rough and rugged Gucci.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I want to say something, man. I don't know where Young A at in the world, but I'm gonna tell you this: when people be talking that street shit or like, oh, I'm from this certain place. That nigga Young A was out. He was an Asian nigga from out VA somewhere, and he was getting to it. When I say he was getting to it and he was doing his music, he was getting to it. He was getting to a bag. So, like my man right here, money getter, money respect money. And that nigga was different from us, but I'll be telling people when niggas talk about that geography shit, I'm from this, that don't mean nothing. That nigga was getting to it, and like he said, he's paying for them features, he was getting them features and everything. So where you at, Young A, man, I don't know where you at in the world, but man, shout out to you, because I was there and I seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let's take it back into present day and present time. You know what I'm saying? You older now, you more wise, and family man, doing what you gotta do. What's your perspective on life now as far as like where do you want to go and where do you see yourself going now, especially with the knowledge you got from the streets, and like what's a message do you got like you want to tell the youngest out there?
Man, look. I got 2 nephews fighting baddies right now. You feel me? So, nigga, see if you want to fight baddies or get to the money, man. Get to the money, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Go if you got high school diploma, bro. Just go get a little certification, bro, and go get a business doing whatever you just got certified in. Easy as shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go get an IT job, man.
Yeah.
Easy money, dog. You gonna get more money you ever could get in the streets. But these days, niggas don't be wanting money. They just want to do hot boy shit. I don't be hearing about youngers going to jail off getting money. They go to jail off doing dumb shit. So it's like we got.
They want to look sweet type shit.
We gotta look these. They more worried about looking. Niggas respecting them as being gangster than respecting them for getting the money.
Right.
We need to get these youngers on some money.
Right.
If niggas was on some money, they'd think twice about doing it, half the shit they doing because they gonna miss the money.
Right.
And that's all I gotta say, nigga, get to the money.
As far as your nephews, how does that make you feel, man? I guess you being from the street and you saying your nephew's going through this right now. Like, do you feel bad?
Hell yeah, of course. But
it is what it is. Type
life, take its turn how it take it, man. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't meant to happen, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, that's something I can't stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the shit that we can't stop, we can't stress ourselves about.
Right. Where you see yourself from 5 years from now?
Shit, 5 years from now, I don't know how I'm gonna be doing it, but I'll be making over $200K a year. Cause I'm definitely going back to school, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Do this IT shit. So the next 5 years, if I ain't making $200K a year, something crazy.
One thing I can say about you, bruh, since I known you, like, I done seen you in the good part of your life when shit was good, and I seen you the bad part of your life, but you never really got too down type shit. Like, you never really like, nigga, it was times when nigga you had to tell me to snap out of it. Like, nigga, man, you know what I'm saying? When I was down and out and shit, like how you keep that mindset where you just like, you still just keep going type shit.
Cause you control your own universe, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only way you're gonna be down is if you let something get you down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't controlling your own universe, then something wrong. I control who come in and out this motherfucker.
No, facts.
If I don't want fucked up people around me, I don't have to have it. I don't have to have fucked up people around me.
Right.
People put themselves in situations.
No, that's a fact.
You know
Choices.
what I'm saying? Control your motherfucking universe. You know what I'm saying? And
No.
ever since I've been thinking like that, bro, I've been cooling. I ain't been going to jail. I ain't been getting in no trouble. I don't get pressed out by the police. You know what I'm saying? I'm too old for that.
And then one thing too, one thing I like about our friendship, bro, you tell me when I'm fucking up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You hold niggas accountable. You ain't no yes man type shit. I remember I told you about the shit I had a few years ago with the job. So I was like, put my hands on the nigga. He was like, nigga, you was dead wrong.
Yeah.
He was like, you was tripping. You was like, nigga, what you doing type shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, nigga, you was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times in friendships, like people side with you regard. Like, I don't believe in like, oh, that's my man. If he wrong, I'm still going side. Nah, I feel like you gotta let your man know, nah, you fucking up.
Yeah, cause I'll be like, look, when you hear me say, look, I ain't even gonna lie to you, fool.
Yeah.
When I say that, just
Yeah.
know I'm about to tell you what's real.
Yeah, nah.
I ain't gonna tell you what you want here. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear.
Nah, hold niggas accountable, man. Well, look, man, episode Trap Left Scars, Kentland version, my man Anlo. We on the T, man. I want to say thank you, bro. This is my brother. You and your brother, man. Y'all niggas, when I was going through a dark period in my life, these niggas, man, they was the life, you know what I'm saying, the lifeguard, life raft, and threw me a life raft, and you know what I'm saying, that shit kind of was life changing too, especially the profession I was in. It was like, man, I enjoyed it because it was like, that shit was just, it was a good experience, man, being around different people. I'm a people's person, so you know what I'm saying. That shit was a great experience, and this always gonna be family to me.
It feel good helping people get off drugs, the same drugs you help put in there.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like we on the opposite side of the spectrum now. Like, we was doing damage to the community, now we helping the community, and that's the mission we on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your IG and shit like that, or your Instagram.
Man, 100 Band Rainbow, man. It's my Instagram.
100. Yeah, and like I said, the Trap Left Scars, man. Peace.